that's what's happening. So here we go. We'll start today's lesson, which is we're going to do basically different breathing movements. So here we go. We start by pulling down the heavens. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, gather energy from the ground, from the sky, spiral it through you as you breathe out, breathe in, pulling down the heavens, breathe out. Do one more time, breathe in, breathe out. We always do 3 quick exercises which open up our joints, get rid of adhesions in our body and in our joints so that the energy and fluids can move through. We're trying to get energy and fluids to all of our internal organs. So you start by shaking your hands, trying to get blood to go out to your fingertips. One of my teachers says, death begins in the big toe. That's because as you age, blood is withdrawn from your extremities to go into your body. So we got to get that movement. We're rejuvenating, becoming young again. Got to get that blood going out to your fingertips and your toes. So there, now we're going to break up adhesions in our body by shaking. We're lifting our shoulders and dropping. We usually tell you not to lift your shoulders, but you should hear, We're trying to get the skin moving over the muscles over the bones, break up any adhesions in the fascia. Turn side to side, get the stickiness, warm up our internal organs, get the stickiness out there so a little bit of fluids can flow through. Right. Wow, amazing. Just focus on your hands, breathe in. Just relax your body, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, the second one, we're just doing 3. Second one is called Dragon Shakes and Whiskers. This actually is for our internal organs. We're turning side to side, so we're turning our waist to try to move around our internal organs, warm them up a bit, and we're warming up our neck. So our neck follows our shoulders, and we use our eyes to wake up our mind. So you turn, you pick a point and focus on it immediately. And your neck is turning, following your chin. So we're trying to warm up our neck so blood can get to our brain. All right. And then as you warm up a little bit, if the 2 points you're looking at, you can move them closer together. So if you happen to have the flexibility, don't worry if you don't. You only have 1 point. So you're looking at the 1 point behind you and focusing. All right. And then the third one, we're just trying to kind of stretch a bit. If you have any kind of back spinal problems, you don't have to do this one. You can maybe just stretch, but we're trying to do a crescent pose. So your hands come up. This hand pushes one way in this hand. So it's like you're pressing against the walls in the opposite direction. So you're breathing in. You're going to look at the floor to keep your neck warmed up. And you're trying to get into a crescent pose. Open up your spine. Get the vertebrae open. If you have, disc problems or anything, don't do this one. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do one more each side. Breathe in, open everything up. Look at the floor. Breathe out. Your shoulders, you're not twisting. Your shoulders are staying against the wall behind you. So you're stretching on one side, opening the meridians, and you're squeezing the internal organs on the other, pushing out any stale energy and fluids. All right. Okay, we're done. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go through breathing things. So as you get older, you breathe higher up, you become less efficient. You're starting to breathe like this. You can't talk. You want to be like when you were born, babies breathe with their abdomen. So this is called abdominal breathing because your abdomen's going in and out. And it's called natural breathing because when you breathe in, your navel, your abdomen goes out. And then when you breathe out, it relaxes and come in. We're just going to do a couple of those. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, natural breathing. You should be very relaxed when you do it. It affects your vagus nerve. It's for calming. Plus, it's massaging your internal organs. Because you're breathing low, you're letting the what are these things? Lungs expand more, and now that's level one. You're actually only superficially doing abdominal breathing. When one of my teachers, Stuart, says when someone watches you, they're only watching you practice Qigong and Tai Chi, they're only seeing 10% of what you're doing. So it's the other 90% besides having your navel go in and out. So he calls that half dead, half alive, or stomach pushers, because we're just pushing at our stomach and pulling back. What you actually want is you want this whole area to expand. You want to be pushing against your kidneys, trying to get a little bit of flexibility. So you've got like a balloon here. When you breathe in, you feel that you should be pushing against your kidneys, expanding your ribs. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in. So this is like you're feeling a beach ball down here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Expand that whole area. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so that's now you're filling that area. So now we're going to do something called Taoist breathing, so this is using that concept. When a baby comes out, we're trying to rejuvenate. We're trying to become like babies again and do the things. They have a lot of fluid. We dry out as we get old. Babies have fluids everywhere, and they breathe correctly. We're trying to breathe like them. So they breathe with their whole body. So if you put a baby down, you don't see it lying there going. It breathes with its entire body. So this is Taoist breathing. Your feet are about shoulder width apart, forward. Your body is relaxed. But then when you breathe in, we're doing abdominal breathing, which is for balancing your chi and relaxation and calming your nerves. So we breathe in. I'm going to exaggerate. So we breathe in. Breathe in. So we breathe in with our whole body and then breathe out. So if you're just starting, we're going to breathe in here. It's going to be smaller, but basically except there's no noise. We're doing it very relaxed because we're doing natural, this is called natural abdominal breathing. So breathe in. Breathe out. We'll just do like 5 breaths. Breathe in. You're expanding that whole thing, but you're also like expanding your body. You're not forcing it up, but your whole body's naturally expanding and then naturally relaxing. You don't want your shoulders to come up, they're relaxed. Anytime you tighten anything, that stops chi and fluids from flowing there. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, and then one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. So that's natural abdominal breathing. So we use that in our form. So the ones for relaxation. So we're going to do Pebble in a pond, which is also for relaxation and for balancing your chi. So you've got your hands are on the surface of a pond. You're going to breathe in. They're going to come out as you breathe in. When they get about halfway to your body, not all the way to your body, when you get about halfway to your body, that's a maximum, and then you pull into your navel. So you're making 2, half circles. So breathe in, and then as we breathe out, we push our hands out. We're back. We are, but our hands, what a lot of the other students are doing, and they've missed it because they're doing this. You don't want to pull your hands. If you pull your hands back to here, everything's tight and the chi can't flow. So you're just relaxed. So we're here, breathe in, your hands stay on the surface of the pond. And then we get to here, and then we breathe out. Breathe in. This is Pebble in a pond. The energy spreads out. This is for calming your nerves. This is for tranquility and balancing the chi in your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So what you can do on this just slightly is when you breathe in, remember we're like expanding, we're doing that Taoist breathing, so you're expanding without force. It's just as the breath comes in, it naturally has your hands out and they get about halfway, bring it back in. So we're drawing in positive energy, depositing in our navel, breathe out, we're pushing out stale energy. Breathe in, breathe out. So if you've come to our other lessons, you know that your calves are your third heart, you want those beating. So what I do when I do this one is I come up, not a lot, but my legs are relaxed. I come up just a bit and go down. This is engaging my calves, which helps fluids and assist your heart in clearing your lower body. So see, look all the stuff's going on. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So you want to be doing natural abdominal breathing 100% of the time, even when you're shopping or watching TV. If you practice every day, after about a month, you just do it. You stop breathing with your chest and you're breathing down here all the time. Okay, so when you're practicing, another thing you can do is when you breathe in, your tongue goes to the top of your mouth, just behind your teeth, where your teeth meet your gums, and then you breathe out, it drops down. So breathe in, tongue up. This is while you're practicing. You don't have to do this while you're walking around every day. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's natural abdominal breathing. That should be your normal way of breathing in your life. But there are other ones that you use. Okay, so for the other, like, more vigorous uses of that is, instead of just having the one ball, beach ball, you're expanding and contracting. There's 3-sip breathing. This builds up your strength and also expands your ability to take in and hold oxygen. You breathe stronger. So you've got 3 balls. In Chinese Taoist, you've got 3 energy centers, right? 1, 2, 3. So each one has a beach ball in it now. So what you're going to do is it's called 3-sip breathing. First you breathe in, fill up your abdomen, breathe in, fill up the middle energy center, and then third, breathe in. Now you filled up, so all 3 balls are filled. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold for 4 heartbeats. They didn't have clocks then. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to breathe out first from the upper Dantian, the middle, and then the last one. So now they're all emptied out, but we're going to hold, when we get to the bottom, we're going to hold for 4 heartbeats. If you can only do it at the beginning, you can maybe just hold for 2 heartbeats, and then you want to build up to optimally, you want to build up so you can do, like, the whole thing takes a minute for 1 breath, or let's say you're doing a half a minute breath. So that would be hold for 15 heartbeats. Most of us have like around 60, unless you're an athlete, but say you have 50, you'd hold for like 12 heartbeats, which is a good number. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of these. So we're going to breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, hold, then breathe out. I'm moving my hands so you just where I'm breathing out. Breathe out, breathe out. 4 heartbeats. Okay, we'll do 2 more sets. Here we go. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, hold. Do 1 more set. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, hold. Okay, that's 3-sip breathing. I think one of my instructors also refers to it as mountain breathing. anyway, so in case you're studying with other teachers, okay, so that's one way we're expanding. Like as we do, we're getting some flexibility in the rib cage. You just don't want to do you're filling the ball, but you're not. Remember, we never want to create tension, so you're not. And now everything's tightened up, your neck's tight while you're holding because that stops blood. That's not good. Blood's not getting to your brain, which we've found. They have done extensive studies showing that that's not good in Western medicine. So it's been proven in both Taoist and Western medicine. Okay, so here we go. Now what we're going to do is, so what was that? That was natural abdominal breathing. Okay, so another way, there's a lot of ways of breathing, but we're just going to go through. I think we'll only have time for abdominal breathing today. I'm going to do when I do my advanced things, I think there's like 7 types of breathing. We'll have one on each one. Okay, this is called, some people call it reverse breathing, embryonic breathing. Natural breathing is off. So there's before and after heaven breathing. When does heaven, when does that mean? Well, when you're born, everything that happens when you're in the womb, that's before heaven breathing. And then everything happens after you're born, that's after heaven breathing. So natural breathing is also sometimes called after heaven breathing. This is just terminology in case you're talking to some other teacher. So pre-heaven breathing is when you're in the womb. This is the embryo. It's called embryonic breathing too. Instead of breathing with your lungs, you're breathing with your navel. And so if you want to get fluids from your mother, you have to pull in your navel. That's the inhale, because now you're getting nutrients. And then when you want to push out waste into the mother's umbilical cord, you relax and push out. So in embryonic breathing, this is all just the terminology. Basically, in embryonic breathing, you pull your navel in, and when you inhale instead of pushing it out when you inhale. So breathe in, and then breathe out, you relax your stomach. So breathe in, embryonic breathing, it's coming in. Breathe out, relax, it goes out. Breathe in, breathe out. So why do we do one or the other? Natural breathing is for balancing your chi and calming. Embryonic breathing is for building up your chi. So, and there's a lot of other things that are happening. So when you breathe, when you pull your navel in, you also pull up your perineum. So you've kind of got your internal organs in a box. When you breathe in, you make the cube smaller. And then when you breathe out, you relax the whole thing. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Okay, so perineum comes up, lungs push down, navel comes in, you're squeezing in the back, breathe out, but you're not doing it tight. Remember, whenever you're doing any kind of these movements, you're never, if you're doing the martial arts version, you'll be, but we're doing the health version and the Taoist alchemy version. So in that case, you're relaxed, and that's what we want to do. So we're just, you do it, but it's almost called your mind intent. Your awareness is there. Uh-oh. Okay, you appear to be able to hear me, but there's no there's no video. Hold on just for 1 second. Okay, luckily I have another battery. Hold on. This is why we're doing we're going off live. And how's that? Okay, most of you, well, some of you might be able to remember they used to have TV programs, used to be live, and all kinds of crazy stuff would happen. That's what this is like. This is why this is one of the dangers of streaming. Okay, where were we? So we're doing embryonic, natural breathing and reverse breathing or embryonic breathing. So embryonic breathing, we want to try to get energy to move up our spine over the top of our head. And we're moving energy up our spine. So that's why when we breathe in, we pull in our navel, we pull up our perineum, we kind of visualize energy moving up our spine. And what else happens, of course, if your eyes can go up and your tongue can go to the top of your mouth. So you breathe in, then it goes up the spine over the top of your head to your third eye, down to your mouth, and then you breathe out, everything relaxes, and it goes down to your navel. So we'll just do a couple of those. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is actually one of the 10% things. It looks like you're just standing there, but you're actually, pulling in all these different parts of your body, squeezing a little bit, visualizing energy moving up, making sure you're breathing with your abdomen, tongue goes up. Breathe out, relaxing goes down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So why don't we just do abdominal, get that? So we do embryonic breathing all the time if it's building up chi, because if you build up chi all the time, then you've got all this, you sent all this hot energy to your head, and instead of being calm, you're like, your brain's jumping all over, so you have to balance it with the natural breathing. When we do Tai Chi, since it's about balancing your energy and relaxation, you do natural breathing. We're going to do now something we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, where we use reverse breathing. So that's going to be we're doing tracing the wall. So I'll just show it to you. You breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So we do this with embryonic breathing because we're trying to build up energy and spread it around our body. So your hands, you should do this against the wall. That's why it's called tracing the wall. Most people, when they do it, they're here and then they come, see, like my hands are touching my navel, and then they come up and do this. See, so my hands are going in and out. We're relaxed, so my hands are staying up against the wall. So if you stand against the wall, you're here, your fingertips are touching, you go out. You don't want to pull your arms in, because what happens, that's closing the energy line. So you're expanding out, but they're staying against the wall. Here, it's like your thumbs against the wall, the edge of your hands, because they turn over, and now the back of your hands are against the wall, and your hands are facing you. They're not on top of each other. They're both touching the wall. They come, so that was breathing out. So you're here, then breathe in. You come up to about your shoulders, and then you start to separate, and you don't separate a lot and then come in, because that's using your energy, your muscles. This is, everything's relaxed. So you're just coming up. You're circling basically like this with your arms, but you're focusing on keeping them the same distance away, so you're not using your muscles to pull them in and out. And of course, we're breathing in, so that it expands them. Breathe out and come together. Breathe in. That expands us, so that pulls your arms up. And when you come out, so you don't come out a lot, because that uses, you just come out, you expand just to, like, see my arms are in the edge of my shoulders, and then I just gently turn my hands over. So your hands are relaxed the whole time. You want to make sure your elbows never come in. This is why that's why you have to videotape yourself. Either work with someone. This is why you have a teacher, so your teacher can tell you you're not staying connected to the wall. So you have to videotape yourself or use the wall. If you happen to have a wall in your house, you can use that to practice. So we're here, so we're gonna, so where are we? We're starting here. So we're breathing in. So in this case, you can use either natural or embryonic breathing, but since today we're trying to build up our energy, we're going to use embryonic breathing. So breathe in, stomach comes in, breathe out, everything relaxes. Breathe in, navel comes in, breathe out, you just relax. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It's all very gentle, but it's actually quite powerful. So the other thing you want to do is, remember, we want to get your energy going. It looks like my hands are going up, but they're actually going out. But the reason they look like they're going up is because, see, my hips are gently going up and down. So we're here. See, so my hands are actually kind of making a square, but because I'm lifting my hips just an inch or two, and then I'm sinking my hips down. So that's also helping to move, the movement of my body and the expansion and contraction of my body are moving my arms as opposed to my muscles. I'm not using my muscles, that it stops the flow of chi and fluids in my body. This is like one of the major principles of doing your Qigong. All right, we're just going to do 3 more and that's going to be it. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, relax. Okay. Relax, your stomach goes back out. Breathe in, pulling in your navel. Breathe out. Okay. Now we're going to come back. We're going to leave the practice room as usual by pulling down the heavens. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Breathe out. And then